Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Rogue Raven podcast. So, I'm going to go a little off the cuff today, and um, I know that I was doing a lot of thinking this week, and after coming off of No Kings, which amazing, everybody. Good job. Good job, America, for coming on out and showing the folks that we're done. We're sick of this. Um, and we did really good. We did really good. So proud of us. So moving forward, today it's what, Tuesday, and it feels like another distraction again. And I didn't really want to focus on Christy Noem's husband. No, that was that was not in my arsenal of to-dos. But today, instead of watching all that drama go down, I decided to tighten up around here. You know, think about what's really going to affect us in the long run, um, and just put my thinking cap on. So, as we all know, the strait is shut straight. And with that strait being shut, so many of our global neighbors, Australia, South Korea, all over the globe, are really suffering for not having fuel and access to fuel, and for the simple fact that they depend on that strait to fuel their country. And if you don't have any fuel, then you're just it's like lights out. I mean, look at Cuba. Cuba is grid down, and when you go grid down, you go backwards. Same as anywhere else that goes grid down, no matter how much of a bustling place you are, you're only as strong as your resilience, right? So I thought I would just check on, preparedness today. And I know that the word preparedness or prepper is totally a fearful thing, a word that just, oh, doomsday prepper, they're crazy folk, So I understand. I understand where you're coming from. And I prefer to just be a prepared citizen, you know, and it it's not what you think. It's not like, you got to build a bunker and blah, 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 blah. And, no, no, no. I mean, people, who do you know that got bunker money? If everybody was inclined to build a bunker and had the funds to do so, everybody would have a daggone bunker. Okay, no, even state or countries that like Ukraine. No, you think no? They got subways. We don't got subways here. We have subways in the big cities, but like in reality, come on. I mean, I don't got a subway around me for at least 3 states. I mean, being real. I mean, in this economy. Okay, so anywho, um, freaking bunkers. Um, uh, no, a lot of us don't have that luxury. So what I like to talk about is like, what what is your part? What can you do to just be okay, just in case? And I'm not saying like hoard. No, no, no. Hoarders. They don't have no compassion when But when it comes to sharing things, no, no, at a low price, no, no. They're not the store. They're not the store. So what I'm saying is, What you eat, grow it. I understand that you can't grow no beef in the ground, but you could grow a source of protein. Um, Grow what you eat. If you are a potato and carrot kind of gal, grow some potatoes and carrots. If you would like, I don't know, a fruit salad in the summertime, because I want a fruit salad in the summertime. I want to grow me some strawberries, some blueberries, and some raspberries. Bam! Look at that snack. Mm. And then if you want a salad with fruit on it, grow your lettuce, grow your greens. If you want greens, grow you some collards, some mustards, some kale. I'm not a fan of kale, but it's good on a regular salad. Um, Grow your onions. You need onions for the greens. And a regular salad. You need onions for that. You need some celery for some soup. Unless you know somebody who's growing celery that you could trade with, you know, grow you some celery. You know, meet some fellow gardeners. Teach some folk to be gardeners. It's not too late. You could throw some seeds real quick. I mean, we're almost to the point now that you can directly sow. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now I know I have some gardeners on here listening to me, but if what I'm saying is like hitting it, share this video with someone who needs to get up on it but doesn't know how to start. Okay, like, share, subscribe. That's the only way that you. If I'm saying something that resonates, it's the only way that anyone else will hear it besides the people that are here right now. Okay, so do that, please. I appreciate it. Breaking through the echo chamber, right? Okay, so anyway, grow what you eat. Grow it. Grow it. Please, please do it. All right? Super easy to do. Super easy to do. Um, and it's very cost effective. You don't want to grow anything that you don't want to eat. If you're like, oh, I could sell these, or I could this da 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 da. Think about this. If Do you have the room? Because I learned last year that I didn't have the room to grow the world. I sure didn't, but I tried. I tried to grow the world. I sure did. I sure did. Hmm. Yeah, I know better. I know better this time. So think about that. All right. Okay. Um, do you have, in case there's a water main break, okay? Say there's a water main break, and it's you're on boil order. Do you have enough water for your family for at least 3 days? So that's a gallon per person per day. That does not include no laundry. That includes a little bit of bathing. It includes drinking. It includes. Don't you flush that good water down the daggone toilet? It's not for that. It's not for that. No, no, don't do that. Um, you use gray water for that. Okay, so do you have that? At least 3 days worth for everyone in your family. Okay, think about that. Do you have at least 2 weeks of food? It could be dry goods. It could be just like frozen food. I mean, do you have that? Do you have, say, times just got really freaking tough? like you just lost your job. You're trying to go get a new job. You're trying to figure out how you're going to get there. You don't have no gas money. Do you have a do you have any gas that are stabilized safely? Do you what if you get stuck and you don't have a way home? You don't have that really bad day that all you have is your backpack and you got to get home. Do you have one of those in your trunk, or do you have one of those in your, by your door? Um, it's just those things that in case of emergency. And you know we don't really think of in case of emergency. We think of just, you know, doing your day to day. And then when that emergency comes up, you're like, I guess it's going to come up. Do you have a spare tire? If you have all these things, is there anything that you need to work on that you're kind of not sure about? I know I do. I don't got it all, but I try. And I make sure I have the basics of what you need to survive with, just in case. So, do you have that? Okay, so today I just focus on what's going on in my greenhouse, and then I want to make sure I look in my cabinet and I'm like, okay, what do I need to replace? And I keep a little inventory. And when I go to the grocery store, and I found that, you know, if you can go like once or twice a month, then you're good. You're doing really well. Good job. Proud of you. But like when you go to the grocery store, try to, if you find something on sale that you know you eat, just grab an extra so you can put that away. The dollar store, rebate apps, any way to save money, you know. So today I thought about something new. I was like, laundry soap. How much laundry soap do you have? So I'm like, you know, I should always make sure I have an extra laundry soap for backup. Or make your own laundry soap. We did that one year. It literally lasts forever. Forever. But I know that like these days we're just always thinking about like what's the next, you know, shoe to drop. But and in all honesty, not all of us can like think about that all the time. So you have to find something that like brings you joy while you're preparing for, you know, a bad day. Because we have bad days. We're human, right? So like during these times, it's having money to do things. I just find myself thinking to myself, do we have this in case of emergency or that in case of emergency? What if you get into what if there's an accident and you're off work for a couple of days? Can you be okay with that? And if you really think about it, a couple of years ago, it was just fine. You didn't think about that because you know you were good. But now it's like, man. But you know, the middle class used to be okay and went for nothing. Like we were all right. We made it to where we needed to be at. Where we're working class and we're working towards, you know, retirement. And now it's like, man, like, should I go rob my 401k real quick? And those are the things that I think about, at least, you know. But today was a preparedness thought time. And after I would have my thinking, I went and I did. And it just brought me some joy. And I thought I'd share that with y'all. I'll talk to you later. Bye.